Hello everyone, I'm JG. Welcome back to MusicForever, where today I'm reviewing the new track from the Queens of the Stone Age, The Way You Used to Do. I'm just going to get right to the point with this one. The Queens of the Stone Age are one of my favorite bands of all time, and I've been anxiously awaiting their new album, which is now coming out August 25th. It's going to be called Villains. The band made a sort of announcement on their YouTube channel yesterday with a kind of teaser video. And in that video, they kind of teased this song from the album, and now today we have the actual track, which, is great because I'm a big Queens of the Stone Age fan. I really like their last album, Like Clockwork. It's probably my favorite album from them. That's not to say I dislike their other ones, because I love them all pretty much, a lot. So, about this track here, though, what do I have to think about, or what do I have to say, rather, about this track? Overall, I'd say this track is good. It's not the greatest Queens of the Stone Age song ever, but, for a single, I think it works. And with the Queens of the Stone Age, the singles have never really been my favorite tracks from the album. It's usually the deep cuts that I find myself falling in love with. So, this track, with it just being good, I think it met my expectations for a single. There's some interesting stuff going on here in this track. It's definitely a change of sound from their last album, Like Clockwork, which, in my opinion at least, for Queens of the Stone Age was a bit of a departure from their previous sounds. Obviously, they were a bit heavier, and their last album had a lot more softer moments. I think that's not to say that they didn't have softer moments on previous albums, and that's not to say that Like Clockwork didn't have some heavier moments in there, but as a whole, I think Like Clockwork was a bit of a difference from their older works, if that makes any sense. But this new song here is definitely moving in some new directions also. A bit of some older stuff mixed with some newer stuff. Right from the start, you get this really cool guitar riff. It has that sort of mechanical sound to it that Queens of the Stone Age have always had with their riffs, and it has a sort of, it has a very dry sound to it. Kind of reminds me a bit of Era Vulgaris, the songs on that album, which isn't a bad thing because I do enjoy that album. The vocals here are, typical Queens of the Stone Age stuff. Josh Homme does his thing, and it's pretty much typical Queens of the Stone Age stuff for the rest of the track. There's not too much to say about it that you wouldn't really expect. The change in sound really just comes from, taking elements from previous albums. Like I said, Era Vulgaris, I'm definitely getting a strong vibe from that album here on this track. But lyrically, it's kind of moving in a new direction from Like Clockwork. I felt like Clockwork, even though it wasn't a concept album, there were some recurring themes going throughout that album as a result of the events that Josh Homme had been in before the creation of that album. But here, on this track, I feel like he's moving in a different direction. Kind of lyrics that I feel like could have been on older Queens of the Stone Age albums, but here they kind of, make more sense just on their own, I think, or in the context of this new record that we're going to be getting soon. My only real complaint for the track is at times it sounds a bit repetitive, which, given the style of riffs that Queens of the Stone Age are always going for, that mechanical sort of riff, that kind of makes sense, but even here there's not too much other stuff to really break that up. There are some moments in the song that do kind of change the direction of the track, but they don't really last for all that long, and it always kind of goes back to that one mechanical riff I was talking about before, which isn't too much of a bad thing because it sounds good, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to hearing some, hopefully some better tracks here on this album. That's not to say this track is bad by any means. It's definitely a good song. If you're a Queens of the Stone Age fan, you're definitely going to enjoy this track, so you definitely need to check it out. And overall, I think that just sums up my opinion pretty well. Check it out if you're a Queens of the Stone Age fan, but if you're not a Queens of the Stone Age fan, there's really nothing here on this track that's going to change your mind. So yeah, if you enjoyed this track review, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, because whenever this new album drops on August 25th, I'm going to be reviewing it, so make sure you don't miss out on that. Comment down below what were your thoughts here on the single. Just remember, this track review is all my opinion. Feel free to have your own. I'd like to see it, as I said before, down below. Thanks again for watching, and stay golden.